Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. There is no denying that since Triple H's takeover, WWE has been on an upward trajectory. The matches produced and the storylines written, although not flawless, have been intriguing and mesmerizing. Some may say that this comes down to the way the game uses his superstars. Well, he could be on the verge of another masterful move, perhaps forming a new faction on SmackDown with two current WWE champions. The potential faction in question features three superstars with a strong bond. But their coming together may cause a whole other set of issues. The three stars are none other than Johnny Gargano and the WWE Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. And given all that has been going down on SmackDown of late, it is certainly a possibility. Triple H putting Johnny Gargano and the Machine Guns together makes sense on paper. Outside of the fact that Gargano considers Alex Shelley to be a big brother, what happened on SmackDown last night has to be considered. There are cracks in the friendship between Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, which could lead to them going their separate ways. If that happens, the Blackheart might stab Johnny Wrestling in the back like he did all those years ago. The only difference this time around is that Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin might be there to save Gargano, much like how they came to his aid last night when Tommaso Ciampa shoved him to the ground. All this could lead to Triple H pairing them together and creating a new faction, but for now, it remains speculation. Triple H has a problem on his hands with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. The WWE Universe will remember that prior to Crown Jewel, Triple H warned Randy Orton about the consequences of facing Kevin Owens. He told the Viper that KO is unhinged and may even cross the line just to get his way. Fast forward a few days, and that is exactly what happened. Although they didn't have a match in Riyadh, the prizefighter crossed the line the following week on SmackDown, delivering a piledriver to Orton. Now, Orton has been shelved indefinitely, but that is just the start of the cerebral assassin's problems. After seeing what happened to his friend and mentor, Cody Rhodes is out for blood, and as of last night, he has promised KO that when they meet in the ring, he too will have no qualms about crossing the line. Considering his current position, WWE's CCO will want to keep his roster as healthy as possible. With that in mind, having his undisputed WWE champion take on a star like Owens, who is now only seeing red, would be a mistake. So much so that he might have to intervene personally sometime in the coming weeks. As the blue brand continues to evolve post-Survivor Series, WWE's creative powerhouse, Triple H, sees an opportunity to shake things up once again. With Roman Reigns' dominance as the Universal Champion waning amid bloodline turmoil, and the Judgment Day tightening its grip on Raw, the game envisions a faction that would set SmackDown apart as the must-see show. This time, the mission isn't about creating chaos or asserting dominance, it's about rejuvenating the brand with a focus on prestige, tradition, and competition. The spark of change. The November 29th episode of SmackDown begins with a familiar sight, Triple H standing in the ring, microphone in hand, with the crowd chanting, NXT. NXT. The game, dressed in a sharp suit, smirks before addressing the WWE Universe. SmackDown has always been the land of opportunity, he begins. But opportunity means nothing without those willing to seize it. We've seen chaos, betrayal, and dominance on this show for far too long. Tonight, it's time to rebuild, to bring honor back to this brand and remind the world why Friday nights are the pinnacle of professional wrestling. With that, he announces the formation of a new faction, Legacy 2.0. The vision behind Legacy 2.0. Triple H explains that Legacy 2.0 isn't about bloodlines or brute force, it's about carrying the torch of wrestling excellence. The group will consist of those who have proven themselves as champions and role models, athletes who respect the industry's past while striving to define its future. Triple H promises that this faction will transcend the boundaries of heel and babyface, focusing instead on the purity of competition. And I've chosen the first two members carefully, he declares. Two champions who represent everything this faction stands for. Enter Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion. The crowd erupts as the first member of Legacy 2.0 is revealed to be none other than Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in modern history. The Austrian ring general marches to the ring with Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci in tow, their stoic expressions matching Gunther's intensity. Triple H nods approvingly as Gunther steps into the ring. "Gunther," he says, "you've redefined what it means to be a champion. You've brought prestige back to the Intercontinental title, and for that, you deserve to be part of this movement." Gunther takes the mic and responds in his usual blunt manner, "I accept this honor because I believe in wrestling as a sport, not as a spectacle. Together, we will ensure that this industry remains a battleground for the elite." The alliance solidifies as Imperium's music fades, but Triple H isn't done. The arrival of Iyo Sky, the WWE Women's Champion. Next, Triple H introduces the faction's second member, Iyo Sky, the reigning WWE Women's Champion. The Damage Control leader strides to the ring with her championship slung over her shoulder, flanked by Bayley and Dakota Kai. The crowd cheers for Iyo, who has been a standout performer since capturing the title at SummerSlam. "Iyo," Triple H begins, "you embody the spirit of this faction. Your journey from Japan to NXT to the top of SmackDown is proof that talent, hard work, and perseverance always prevail. Legacy 2.0 wouldn't be complete without you." Iyo steps forward, a sly smile on her face. "I fight for the future," she says simply, her English confident and deliberate. "And with Gunther and Triple H, I know we will create something special." Bayley and Dakota exchange wary glances, clearly uneasy about Iyo joining forces with others outside Damage Control. Triple H notices the tension and addresses it head-on. "Bayley, Dakota, you've done amazing work with Damage Control, but this isn't about factions clashing, it's about elevating everyone. Iyo is here because she's a champion, and she deserves to stand with the best." Building momentum. Over the following weeks, Legacy 2.0 begins its rise. The faction's mission is simple yet profound: defend the honor of professional wrestling while elevating SmackDown's stature. Triple H serves as a mentor, offering guidance and occasionally stepping into the ring when necessary. Gunther and Iyo Sky lead by example, delivering jaw-dropping performances against challengers from both Raw and SmackDown. One of the faction's first major challenges comes from the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio take exception to Triple H's comments about prestige and tradition, accusing him of living in the past. A cross-brand feud ignites, culminating in a six-man tag team match at the next Premium Live event. Triple H teams with Gunther and Iyo to take on Balor, Dominic, and Rhea Ripley in a match that steals the show. Recruiting the next generation. As Legacy 2.0 gains momentum, Triple H begins scouting for younger talent to join the faction. He sets his sights on someone unexpected, Carmelo Hayes, the breakout NXT champion. Hayes is hesitant at first, wary of aligning himself with established stars. However, Triple H sees something special in the young phenom and convinces him to give Legacy 2.0 a chance. "I see you, Carmelo," Triple H tells him during a backstage segment. "You've got the charisma, the talent, and the hunger to be the future of this business. Join us, and I promise you'll be part of something bigger than you ever imagined." After a week of deliberation, Hayes makes his decision. During a SmackDown main event, where Gunther and Iyo are being outnumbered by the Judgment Day, Hayes storms the ring and evens the odds. His alliance with Legacy 2.0 is sealed. Internal tensions and external threats. Despite their success, Legacy 2.0 isn't without its challenges. Imperium begins to question whether Gunther's involvement in the faction is diluting their own identity. Meanwhile, Bayley and Dakota continue to needle Iyo, planting seeds of doubt about her loyalty to Damage Control. The faction also faces external threats. The Bloodline, still reeling from internal strife, takes issue with Triple H's claim that Legacy 2.0 represents the pinnacle of SmackDown. Solo Sikoa, now emerging as Roman Reigns' enforcer, targets Gunther in a brutal rivalry that pits the ring general's discipline against Sikoa's raw power. The road to WrestleMania. As WrestleMania approaches, Legacy 2.0 cements its place as a dominant force. Gunther defends his Intercontinental title in a Match of the Year candidate against Sheamus, while Io Sky puts her Women's Championship on the line against Bianca Belair. Triple H takes on a managerial role, ensuring that his protégés stay focused and motivated. The faction's crowning moment comes during the main event of WrestleMania, where Carmelo Hayes challenges Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. With Triple H and the rest of Legacy 2.0 cheering him on, Hayes delivers the performance of a lifetime, dethroning Rollins and solidifying himself as the future of WWE. Conclusion. Legacy 2.0 isn't just a faction, it's a movement. With Triple H at the helm, Gunther and Io Sky as the anchors, and Carmelo Hayes as the breakout star, the group redefines what it means to be part of WWE. Through their commitment to tradition and competition, they elevate SmackDown to unprecedented heights, proving that sometimes the best way to honor the past is to build a brighter future.